It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. And it is Magic basketball tonight as the Orlando Magic go up against the Portland Trail Blazers. For the Trail Blazers, they come in off a win in their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. But to
Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. Here in Orlando, it's interconference basketball as the Magic look to defend home court at the Amway Center. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland. A year ago, they each gained a victory at home, but couldn't secure a win on the road. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Portland. Bottoms is out there with the general. Then it's Freak. Then there's the monster. And it's Holiday, and it's shooting guard. Here's the great one. There's the pick. Pass to Miracle Man. 5 on the clock. He climbs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And Portland with the ball. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And really the signature of that game was what they were able to do from a defensive standpoint, particularly on the low post.
Yeah, and they were up in the air an awful lot in that paint area, getting their hands on shots, a lot of them, but if they didn't block them or touch them, they actually changed them.
And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. And that one's good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points. And Scott Skiles has been around the league as a coach for a while now, coming home to where he played most of his career here in Orlando. And at times, he can be a demanding coach.
Thunder's checked in for Houdini. Now here's Freak, guarded closer. Here's the monster. The shot is off. And Orlando the other way now. And Greg, you're right. Skiles is what, we'd call a no-nonsense coach. Makes perfect sense when you think about the team that now Clarkie's going to go coach in Orlando.
Yeah, exactly. He was great at developing players, and that's exactly why the Orlando Magic hired him. Plays with an edge, but he develops players quite nicely, too.
Holds them accountable, doesn't he?
Yep, well said.
It's tipped. Here is Mr. Incredible. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
And he also was a table setter in that game, Kevin. Just an amazing job with his passing. Just a joy to watch that one.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Peterson. Shakes him. And the layup is good.
The D cannot forget about him like that. He'll light you up. Big time.
Here's the machine. He had 10 points in the win against the Lakers.
Yeah, but I also thought the rebounding was impressive. He got some huge boards in that game.
They set the pick. Here's Peterson. Orlando grabs the miss. Their last game.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
Now we go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Scott Skiles. Doris?
Going into this game and scouting the opposition, he told me he's a huge fan of Drew Holiday, saying, you know, Drew's still a guy with so much potential. You just don't see that many point guards with his kind of frame. 6'4", close to 2 bills, and a great skill set to match. He's a guy you love to watch, but you often hate to go up against. Kevin, we'll see if he can have a big impact in this one.
And thank you for that, Doris. Here's the machine. Here's Miracle Man. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And Orlando's offense could struggle at times, and there were some low points last season. The big one happening when the Knicks set a record for the fewest points in an NBA quarter.
Jones checked in for the Magic. Out to the wing. Here's the great one. He had 22 points in the win against the Lakers.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
A chance here, Kevin, to check out how the Trailblazers ranked in the NBA last season. First in free throw percentage. Second in rebounding. And they were top 10 in opponent field goal percentage. That's a good indicator of a team getting it done defensively.
And don't forget how special they were at the foul line. Sometimes that can be an underrated stat, but they were tremendous, and it definitely sealed some wins down the stretch.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Jones, no one around him. Again, the miss by Jones. Trailblazers leading by 6. And here's Freak. Playing Milwaukee, he was nearly unstoppable. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And just a nice bucket there to really just sustain that lead.
Well, a few more possessions like that, and they'll do more than sustain the lead, Greg. I think they'll start to put this thing away by pulling away.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Seems every season, Clark, you hear the same thing. Portland Trailblazers had to deal with some tough injuries.
Kevin, it appears as though it might actually be a curse. I don't like to use that word, but the history of this team in injuries is as unique as any in the league. Last year, no different.
The Erasers checked in for Freak. And there's Bottoms, then there's Grant, and it's the Monster in at the 5.
And with the Blazers and injuries, even when they fought through pain, guys weren't at 100%. Aldridge wasn't quite the same with his hand injury.
And the pass to Wagner. Here's Miracle Man. Six to shoot. The Magic need to get a shot off here, but they'll get another chance. Portland leading by 4. Pass to Bottoms. Feeds it to Freak. Rebound by the Magic.
And losing Matthews for the season was huge too, guys. I mean, every solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. It's tipped. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Pass to the machine. Here's Miracle Man. Outside, Jones to the paint, Houdini, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. As magical as the 2014 playoffs were for the Blazers, remember they beat Houston in that first round, that great shot by Lillard late to win it and move on. 2015, not as much. You know, Greg, they drew a very tough Memphis team, as you recall, in the first round.
Yeah, you often talk about styles making fights. Very similar in this series. They would go on to drop the first 3 games before being bounced, but still a good showing for a team that struggled mightily down the stretch with injuries.
And Orlando has possession. The Blazers getting the bucket. Here's Jones over to the wing. Out of bounds. Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession. Here's the 2K leaderboard with last season's best free throw shooting team. Number 1, the Trailblazers.
You know, they made that a point of emphasis a season ago. I mean, they spent a lot of time in practice drilling their free throws, and I think it really paid off with the best percentage in the league.
Miracle Man, the pass to Jones. Just 4 to shoot. Shot off the pick. It's tipped, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Now a timeout called by Portland. The Orlando Magic didn't make the playoffs last year for the 3rd consecutive season, Greg. They knew it wasn't a realistic goal for them.
Yeah, and last season wasn't really about making the postseason, Kevin, for this group. It's soon that will have to be the goal, as patience will wear thin within that. Fan base. And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking them.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe. Well, it's been a while for the Magic in regards to the postseason. Another year of missing postseason play. This latest playoff drought comes after they made 6 straight trips to the playoffs from 2007 to 2012.
Here's Jones after the Trailblazers pick up 2. And the layup's good off the glass. Jones has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Wow, you don't see him make plays like that very often. That's a nice move there for the basket.
And overall, this Orlando franchise has been pretty consistent in making the playoffs. They've had 14 playoff trips since the inception of the franchise back in 1989. Given how hard it can be for expansion teams, you have to say that's a solid mark.
Here's Houdini. Banked in off the glass. Houdini's got 5 points now this quarter.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Peterson the pass to the monster. Second shot opportunity. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. The Magic trail by 6. Up the floor. The finish. It's blocked. The pass to Bottoms. Takes the 3. Can't get it to go. And Orlando will come the other way.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had early.
And that one's good.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Passes it to the monster. Here's Bottoms. Dishes it to Freak. To the right side. Now Jones. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Lakers. The machine. And they're unable to get the tying basket there.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter. in terms of scoring.
That's good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Now here's Jones. Here's the machine. Gets to the corner and buries it. The machine's got 6.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's Peterson. Grant outside. The 3 ball. That's good. He has 6.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
Here's the screen. Here's Jones. That one's good. Just his 3rd make. Brings him to 3 for 8 in this game.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
And he uses the glass on the layup. 20 points for Freak.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Wow. Wow. If I were a coach, I could just only shake my head. They have been
and we're through the first half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exhilarating first half, to be sure. For Orlando, it was a challenging first quarter. The deficit for them at one point grew to 8 points. Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Terrific game for Freak. He has 20 points, and there's a nice number in his assist column as well.
It really has been, Clark. He's created a lot of open looks for his teammates. Very unselfish play from him today.
They've got Mr. Incredible. The machine is out there with the great one. Then there's the Miracle Man, and it's Houdini at the 4 slot. That's who's out there for Orlando. Taken away by Holiday. And now Portland on the break. Holiday with the ball, and Freak throws it down.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Back to Holiday. Out to the right wing. Peterson the pass to Bottoms. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Bottoms got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better. You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
Solo Soiree performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of a limerick?
I'm going to let it slide.
Holiday gets the bucket.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Last season, Portland won the Northwest Division and had a good year, certainly, but they had some issues when they were the away team on the road and away from the Rose Garden. They had some problems.
Yeah, actually played under 500 on the road, Kevin. Something you rarely see out of a team that wins 51 games.
Here's Peterson. And Holiday kicks to Freak. Out to the wing. Here's Bottoms. 7 points in the game.
This is a nice third quarter surge here. They've got it going right now.
And a perfect time to get hot, just as we get into the meat of the second half here.
Down low, and it's denied. Holiday, the pass to the general. Holiday dishes to Freak. Back to Holiday. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Holiday's got 7 points.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And that one's good. Holiday's got 6 points in the quarter.
Now this is just getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this up.
Can't remember the last time they missed one. Remarkable shooting here.
Jones checked in for Orlando. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Bottoms. The Erasers subbed in for Freak. And then for the Trailblazers, the Dude, he's checked in for the Monster. Bottoms comes in for the General. And Freak subbed in for Jeremy Grant.
It's hard not to go for it when you see the chance for that alley-oop.
Clearly, temptation got the best of him right there, Greg. He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And a wide-open look for Freak. No good on the quick three.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. The Magic have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
Bottoms, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's the machine. He's got 16. Williams with a clean look. And the three off target. He gets it up. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Trailblazers. They finish off. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. So it's Portland now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. On the floor for Portland. Bottoms is out there with the eraser. Then it's Dude in at the 5 spot. Here's Bottoms, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
The great ones checked in for Williams. Well, the Magic knew that last season would be one break for development. A young team like they had needs to grow before they can really compete.
And you touched upon it, Kevin. They really were a young team last season. Third youngest team in the league by the end of the year. How about an average age of just over 24 years old?
The General is checked in for Portland. Trailblazers moving the ball around. There's the screen to the inside. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. 6 points for the Dude.
And you talk about that low age number for the Magic. You mentioned it a moment ago, and they had several rookies last season. That's why they were so young. It was as good a year as any to get their feet wet and see what those young guys could do.
They get it back.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3 ball in the first half, still bageled in the second.
Here's the great one, guarded by Holiday. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And the Magic, while their youth did grow over the course of the season, they still struggle. And they do need a veteran presence to kind of ensure that they don't start developing that culture of losing in the franchise.
Miracle Man, he's checked in for Orlando. Mr. Incredible comes in for Thunder. And Portland with a change here, too. The Monsters checked in for the Dude.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Pass to Wagner. Here's the great one, guarded by Holiday. The great one passes to the machine. Here's Houdini. Lets it go with a three. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from the machine.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay. And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Now the pass to Houdini. For the three, and he gets it to go. And it's 6 points for Mr. Incredible.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Out of bounds, Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. Here's Peterson. Traps in the tray. Peterson's got 9 points here in the second half.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Passes to the great one. They set the pick. Pass to Miracle Man. Here's the machine. Here's Wagner. And again, it's Orlando converted. Trailblazers leading by 11. Here's Peterson. And that one is hammered home.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that. Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
The pass to the machine. Fires for three. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Peterson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. The Magic trail by 11. The machine passes to the great one. Here's the machine. Passes it to Miracle Man. Tries from 10. Portland grabs the miss. Peterson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
So far in the game for the great one, he has 12 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
The Erasers checked in for Freak. Inside, it's deflected. Pass to Bottoms. All alone. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip. 5 for 10. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Portland.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Miracle Man, he's checked in for Orlando. Mr. Incredible comes in for Houdini.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
No good from Grant.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
The great one passes to Miracle Man. Here's the machine. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. The machine's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, this game has really started to heat up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind it. You don't either, it sounds like. Good offense is entertaining, and that's exactly what we're getting.
The pass to Bottoms. Here's the dude. Cans the tough leader from the outside. And the Trailblazers lead by 9. Orlando, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter. The machine passes to Miracle Man. Here's Thunder and the powerful one-handed slam.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Terry Stotts as he addressed his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
The Magic trail by 7. Out to the wing. The machine passes to Miracle Man. There's 1:38 left in the fourth. Pass to Thunder. Magic moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer. Can't hit. And it's Portland the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Peterson. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. The Magic have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. The great one. Open jump shot off the mark.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Pass to Sharp.
Time definitely not on their side.
They need a very quick bucket, a real quick one.
Right wing. Here's Wagner. Connects. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
40 seconds left in the game. Freak with it. He's all alone. Pull up Jay. Sinks it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. A lot is on the line here.
Boy, how about the intensity and focus of the crowd here?
So loud in this place.
A three-pointer would be huge right now.
Boy, a chance to tie it up with the game on the line. This is what we live for. We'll see what happens right here.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to them.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Yeah, those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-pointer.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk. 12 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Twelve seconds left in the game.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on it.
Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're losing by 5. 6 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, they can call all the timeouts they want, but really, I don't think it matters at this point.
Yeah, I'm ready to go home just like the players are. There's nothing they can do to salvage this one right now. Let's go. Get out of here. Game done.
You summed it up.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't think we need to comment after that.
Adios. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that about wraps it up.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thanks, Kevin, and let's take a look now as we give the nod to our Jordan Player of the Game. As the NBA's leading scorer, he delivered another outstanding performance among many this season. Quite fun to watch this guy work on any night.
There was nothing.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is...
The 2K Sports pregame show.
At shooting guard, 6 feet 7 inches, number 31 at the other guard position.
A buzz in the air here at the American Airlines Center. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone, from everyone here at 2K Sports. Nothing like the NBA for Turkey Day. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. A contest in the West. We'll see if the Dallas Mavericks can please their home crowd. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the floor for Portland, Bottoms is out there with the general. Then it's Freak, and there's the monster. And it's Holiday in at the 2. Here's Flash. And Thompson kicks to Irving. Just 5 to shoot. Beyond the arc. Late. Thompson, and that's good.
Good make to get things underway.
Yeah, and always a relief, I think, to get those first points out of the way and actually get that first sweat and that first bit of contact in the game, because it just settles you down a little bit.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Here's Bottoms, and Davis sends it back. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. A leaner, just 2 to shoot. And Drew Holiday, the bucket on the assist by Freak. And the Mavericks with possession. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
And last year, an entertaining season series between the two ended up battling to a draw.
Well, you look at these teams, evenly matched, similar capabilities. That makes for exciting games. We'll see if that's the case tonight.
And last year, we saw Coach Rick Carlisle pass the 600-win mark. Former Coach of the Year award winner, has had so much success here in Dallas. One of many coaches to play for the 80s Celtics.
There's the pick. Irving drives in. It's blocked. And they're able to recover. The Mavericks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season. And well, Portland had another strong season against the rest of the West. Ended up with a record of 31-21 in the conference, and that was good enough to earn them the 4th spot in the West.
Shots good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend, because they just handed him 2 points.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Here's Flash, guarded by Holiday. Flash passes to Davis. Can't get it to go. And it's Portland the other way. Portland did end up 4th in the West, as you said, Greg. You're talking about that. And their 31-21 in-conference record was the exact same as it was at the end, Clark, of the 2014 season.
Well, actually, Portland won more games in 2014 than they did last season. Ended up 4th in the conference, mostly because of how they won their division.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Here's Peterson. Loses his grip and misses the dunk. The Mavericks leading. Passes it to the eraser. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Davis sets a screen. Here's Irving. And another basket for Dallas.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here's the General. Knocks down the 3 ball. The General's got 5.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Flash. It's blocked.
Anthony Davis.
Here's Freak. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against the Magic in Orlando. Pass to Bottoms. Fires the 3, and that one's good. He's got 5.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Outside Irving. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. The erasers checked in for Freak. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dimes is checked in for the eraser. Marshall comes in for Davis. Washington's checked in for Flash. And it's Russell in for Thompson. An almost entirely new group there for Portland. The Dude, he's checked in for the Monster. Jeremy Grant comes in for the General. Big Cat, he's checked in for Bottoms. And Freak subbed in for Drew Holiday. That one drops. He ties it up. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And what got them that win was the remarkable success they had from the floor. I mean, just a tremendous shooting performance all the way around.
Hey, you can't expect that kind of shooting to happen all the time on a nightly basis. But when it does, boy, does it feel good and look good.
Now here's Irving. What a tremendous game he played against New York.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Poke loose. There's 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. Shot clock at 5. They now take the lead. Garbage man's got his first basket.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Dallas Mavericks dancers.
Thanks for joining us in this Thanksgiving presentation of the NBA. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here, the hustle stats for Dallas.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
And I really think you've got to love the way they protected the rim today. I mean, a good number of blocks in the first half.
On the floor for Portland, big man out there with Freak. It's the eraser. Then there's Grant, and it's the dude in at the 5. For Portland, they have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
Freak with it, guarded now by Marshall. Now here's Freak. He's covered closely. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Let's pause to take a look at the teams that were tops in field goal percentage last season. 5th, the Mavericks.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but, man, they were right there.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. The big change last year for the Mavs came when they traded for Rajon Rondo. It looked to be the missing piece for him, Clark, but boy, it just never seemed to come together.
You just don't know. Trades are always risky. You don't know how they're going to work out. And I give credit to ownership for talking to the players to see what they thought about the trade before they actually made the deal.
The Mavericks have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And for the past few seasons, Portland's bench has really been their Achilles heel. I mean, last year they showed some improvement. The reserves play stole the game for them on more than one occasion, but still wouldn't be considered a strength.
Here's Washington. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Garbage man's got the game tied up here for the man.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
The steal. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. And Russell gets it to go.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
And for Portland, the bench still wasn't leaned on heavily for minutes. Greg was just talking about that, but they were in the top 5, Clark, in scoring efficiency, and they shot 45% from the floor on the year.
And what was a weakness for them in 14 was a strength for them in 15. And actually, they were their best down the stretch of last season.
Dallas calls timeout. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And for me, guys, that's what I call a character game. I mean, they could have closed up shop. It would have been easy to just let that one go and get ready for the next one. But they fought back. I mean, and that mental fortitude that they displayed there is one of the reasons why they're such a good team.
Boy, those are excellent points you make, Greg. And being as far down as they were, as late as they were down, I mean, that should feel really good to that group to come away with the win.
There's the pass to the eraser. Top of the key, Russell. Davis sets a screen. Shot clock at 6. Russell dishes to Davis. Here's Flash. Dallas again missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And a wide open look for Freak. Offensive rebound. Kamara. Great tee that time from Davis.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Yeah, how about the body? misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
Good on both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And Freak throws it down.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this guy.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Back to Thompson. All alone. Portland grabs the miss.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Freak kicks to Holiday. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Peterson. The kick out to Holiday. Feeds it to Freak. Shot clock at 3. Puts it up. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. For Dallas, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Outside, Davis. To the middle. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Dallas might always be considered a football town, but they take their basketball seriously here, too. Huge attendance numbers, a long string of
in the league in average attendance. And by percentages, they were first as they oversold the capacity of their stadium on average.
The drive by Russell. And that's collected by Drew Holiday. Portland trailing here. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Peterson, and the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Russell with it. 8 points his last outing. Here's Davis. Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just can't quantify.
You know what? I'm going to quantify it right now, Clark. And this is a close game, and that was something special.
And really,
good try.
In a game, you guys, in a game like this, though, when you have a chance to send a message, you do. And boy, did he ever on that play.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Back to Russell. Clock at 6 from 12 feet out. Bounces high off the rim and flops. Russell's got the lead up to 4 now for the Mavs. Here's Peterson. Bottoms the pass to Peterson. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Passes it to Bottoms. Out to the right wing. Pulls up from the corner. And it's Freak missing.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it. Already he's looking.
It's a tie game in Dallas. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I'm here with Rick Carlisle and Coach.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports half. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just a...
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down for Bottoms. He has 12 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out.
We've got Flash. Klay Thompson is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's the eraser, and it's Davis in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Moving against Holiday. Here's Davis. Good. And the assist goes to Irving.
Davis.
Irving's got his 4th assist in this one.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Now a timeout called by Portland. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Thompson with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. He was all alone on that one. And it's a 5-point Maverick lead.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Well, from the moment when he stepped into the league, Klay Thompson was lights out in terms of shooting. Clark, he has never had a problem knocking one down.
Well, the first player in league history to notch 500 made threes in his first 3 seasons in the league. That is remarkable.
The dude, he's checked in for the Monster. Mavericks leading by 3. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Nobody near Irving. Another 3 for Dallas.
And for Thompson, his three-pointer was his calling card early on, but I love the way he's expanded his game every season. He's become a very good defender and broadened his offensive game as well. Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either, Greg. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Can't get it to go. Now Portland takes it the other way.
You know, and speaking of Thompson expanding his game, he's also come out of his shell a little bit. Very quiet early on, but he has gotten more and more comfortable in the league and becoming more outspoken.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Let's take a look at some numbers in this one for Freak. 10 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved. Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
Mavericks leading by 4. Irving drives in. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
There's Bottoms. He's covered by Thompson. Stolen by Thompson. Here's the break. Holds up. Rebound by the Trailblazers. The Generals got 4 rebounds now tonight. Mavericks last season, Clark, were very tough down the stretch in games. Had a lot of players that shined all the time during crunch time.
Well, when you've got guys like Dirk and Monte that can create their own shot, it gives you a chance to win close games. It's a big reason they were 6-0 in overtime games, in my opinion.
The shot's good from Irving. Now a timeout called by Portland.
You can't be pleased with all these easy looks. They continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
The erasers checked in for Portland. Here's Peterson. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Peterson's got 14. Dallas leading by 16. Now Irving. 17 points in the game. This is DeMarshall. The shot misses.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And the shot is good. And it's 6 points for Dimes.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
1:06 left in the third. Here's Peterson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets. And there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
Well, it's been a super performance from beyond the arc, too. I mean, they've been raining in those threes. A very good half for them from the field. They've got their shooting percentage up over 50%.
Yeah, their offense heating up. And anytime you shoot it this well, you're going to give yourself a chance to get the W.
Peterson, the pass to the General. Gets the three-pointer to fall. The General's got 8 points.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Irving attacking Washington. And the shot is good. 10 points for him. 23 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Peterson, the pass to the General. Now here's Freak. He's got 15. Pass to the General. There's the three. The offensive rebound. Here's the eraser. Pass to Freak. Just 3 on the clock. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And that
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Mavericks leading by 16 on the court right now for the Trailblazers. We've got the monster. The General is out there with Bottoms. Then it's Freak, and it's Holiday in at the shooting guard. And here's Freak. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Peterson's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Trailblazers. Irving dishes to Davis. And it's blocked. Here's Holiday. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Here's Irving. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. The eraser, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Wow, he got whacked. On that one, shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The dude, he's checked in for Portland. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Trailblazers trail by 14. Freak with it. He's picked up by Irving. Freak with it. Back to Holiday. Now Freak, 4 on the shot clock. And Davis sends it back. Thompson outside. He kicks to Irving. The eraser passes to Thompson. Tries from 10. Good. And the Mavericks lead by 16.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Now here's Freak. Kicks to Holiday. He feeds it to Freak. Back to Holiday. The three. And that one's good. Holiday's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
And guys, for Drew Holiday last season was a tale of two halves. Over the first half, he displayed the leadership and the playmaking skills the team had originally acquired him for.
You know what, Kevin? Over the second half of the year, everything just kind of fell apart for Drew. He couldn't shake an injury to his lower right leg, and as a result, had to watch from the bench as his team fought for its playoff lives.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle said to his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Dallas leading by 15. Irving with the ball. Out defended by Freak. Irving drives in.
Excellent game we've seen from Kyrie Irving. He's got 17 points and 11 dimes.
He's just been impossible to contain. He's been unreal in this game.
Utterly fantastic is how I would categorize that performance, Greg. Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this lead.
That's his third personal foul. First team foul.
And here's Freak. There's a good screen. Outside Holiday. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Kyrie Irving.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And the foul called on Freak. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
Time to get the backup some burn anyway. This game's a wrap. This is where their depth becomes such an asset, Kevin. He's gone for the remainder of the game, but fortunately, they're able to.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson joined by Shaq, and no matter what they threw at him during the second half, it seemed like he had the answer and was able to find. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast.